When Ubisoft announced the Dawn of Ragnarok DLC for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I was kinda excited at the beginning, but when I found out that Dawn of Ragnarok is not going to be included in the Season Pass and will cost $40, my reaction changed pretty much to this.
Another of your schemes. Ugh. Fine, tell me what you have in mind.
Still, as a big fan of the series, I wanted to share with you guys my honest opinion and answer the question if it's actually worth the price. The DLC starts in Ravensthorpe, where Ava is getting haunted by visions. To find out more, Ava seeks out Valka, where she of course has the perfect potion in this situation. Immediately the game changes to Odin, where he or she enters Svartalfheim with Frigg to rescue their son Balder, who has been captured by the fire giant Surtur. The rescue mission goes wrong and Odin, also known as Havi, wakes up on a pile of corpses. Luckily, Havi gets rescued by dwarves who are struggling with the invaders of Frost and Flame. Havi makes an alliance with the dwarves to save his son and their kingdom. I started the DLC with my current Ava, which had already max skill level of 535, and an extra 10 mastery points on each skill tree. Based on your skill level, the DLC will just simply continue. However, if you start Dawn of Ragnarok early, your Ava will rise automatically to skill level 340. Ubisoft mentioned that you can start the DLC at any time, but I will do suggest that you should have played the 2 dream scenarios of the Restless Dreams questlines before, since Dawn of Ragnarok continues Odin's legacy from these 2 sequences. Early in the DLC, Havi gets the Hugarp, a mystical device that allows the players to take the powers from fallen Muspels and Frost Giants. For example, with the power of Muspelheim, you not only become immune to lava, but can also disguise as one of their own. The power of the Raven lets you transform into exactly that, which makes you not only reach certain areas, but also in general travel through Svartalfheim way faster. These powers can be upgraded for more duration or new abilities, but therefore you'll need materials and silica. To find silica, you have to raid certain locations. Svartalfheim is somewhat 1/4 of the map of England. In terms of size, it's similar to the Ireland map from the Wrath of Druids DLC. I won't be going too deep here into core gameplay, as it plays exactly like the base game. You can go stealthy, berserk, or just Mandalorian style with bow and arrow like before, but this time with some extra mystical powers against reskinned enemies. If you liked the combat before, you will definitely enjoy Dawn of Ragnarok. I played on Nightmarish and didn't really struggle. I only burned myself to death in the lava once, and that was because I was too lazy to activate my power. But if you're looking for a worthy challenge, you might want to check out the arena of the Valkyrie. You fight there against different opponents with different handicaps, like only allowing to use your fists or more damage receiving from enemies. Those will lead to bigger reward that you can exchange for armor and weapons.
A glorious battle indeed. I think you'll agree.
Of course, more can be found around Svartalfheim. In Dawn of Ragnarok, you'll be able to level up armor and weapons 1 level further with the platinum ingots. Except the Hugarip, all the new stuff you find you can still use when you're waking up from Svartalfheim. Which, by the way, you can do anytime to enjoy stories from NPC perspective or other things.
Should we take this to your chamber?
Overall, it sounds very nice and probably perfect for all who enjoyed Valhalla before, but unfortunately Dawn of Ragnarok suffers from the modern day Ubisoft formula quantity over quality. I mean, sure, this DLC will give you 30 hours of playtime, but the vast majority of the time you're going to spend by collecting a ridiculous amount of wealth and artifacts. Seriously, I feel at this point Ubisoft is just trolling the player base right now. There is also this personal disappointment that I have with raiding in Dawn of Ragnarok. I feel like this is a huge opportunity missed here. You raid locations with your crew from the main story. They even call you Eivor the whole time. Ubisoft could have here added the possibility to create your own crew of dwarves or even Jotun and Muspels, since you find here and there some of that are actually friendly and on your side. The story has some awesome looking cutscenes and it builds a nice immersion at the beginning, but it's simply decent as you progress. The ending is a disappointment. After the credits, a random NPC tells you about the stuff is about to happen next, but you won't be able to play anything of that. I was concerned that Dawn of Ragnarok would be a boring trip, much like previous episodes of Odin's Visions in the base game before. Luckily, this wasn't the case. In fact, I had through and through fun. If you're focusing on the story, you're probably going to spend around about 10 to 12 hours. But if you're like me, who likes to clean the entire map from tedious and pointless collectibles, you're probably gonna spend 25 to 30 hours in Svartalfheim. Dawn of Ragnarok could have and should have been added into the season pass. A nice love letter to the fans, but instead Ubisoft decided to put this hefty price tag on it, which gives you absolutely nowhere near the value. So my final rating is a 6 out of 10. Ubisoft claims Dawn of Ragnarok as the biggest and most ambitious DLC for any Assassin's Creed game, but unfortunately, in reality, it is the weakest, and I can only recommend it to hardcore Valhalla fans. Would you thank you for watching my review, and see you.